This movie sounds like it's gonna be terrible.
What?
Asshole! Why did you not just take him there to begin with then?
What?
Comest with me! Which I was like, comest? I've never heard that. Wouldn't it be cometh?
Yes, it would be.
Wouldst thou cometh with me? Instead he's like, comest with me!
What? Hold up.
Welcome to another exciting episode of What's the Hold Up? I'm Zack, as usual, but Heather is not with me today because she had to do her stupid day job bullcrap. So, instead, to fill in, I have my two teenage sons. Say hello, boys.
Hello. Hola.
Say your name for the audience.
Hello.
I'm Michael.
I am Jacob.
Jacob Stuffin.
Today we're doing Rudolph's Shiny New Year as the last part of our What's the Ho-Ho Hold Up Holiday Spectacular. So what do you boys remember about... You don't like that name?
Okay.
I didn't come up with it for you. Alright, so what do you boys remember about Rudolph's Shiny New Year?
What I remember most about it is the weird fact that for the past few years, I could find the original Rudolph nowhere on TV, only the sequel. So I've watched that several years in a row.
That's funny, because I don't remember if I've ever seen it. I think once in, like, 4th or 5th grade or something, we watched it in class. You know, one of those days where I'm sure you guys are familiar with the teachers are just like, yeah, I'm getting paid, but we're already checked out, so why don't you just watch a movie? You guys don't want to be here? I don't want to be here. Yeah. As far as we're both concerned, we're already on vacation, so let's watch a movie.
I remember, well, what did Jacob, you describe Baby New Year as looking like?
Yeah, all I can remember is that Baby New Year looked like the Sega mascot Alex Kidd.
Excuse me, that's failed Sega mascot Alex Kidd.
And,
well, no one remembers him today.
I remember Alex Kidd.
Sure, so if I asked you, right off the top of your head, like, name the most important Sega character.
Knuckles.
You crazy kids.
So I remember the main villain is a vulture that's trying to make New Year not happen.
A vulture?
A vulture that's trying to because he wants like the same year to be there forever so that he can be immortal or something, something like that.
I remember.
Wait, so this is a new approach to immortality. Rather than finding some sort of like potion or totem to make you live forever,
he just wants to stop time altogether.
Yeah, so that he can technically never die. That's great.
And then Rudolph has to like Baby New Year keeps like escaping places, and Rudolph has to like help him get back home.
Escaping places?
He's like the child of Father Time or something, and he leaves.
To see this.
And Father Time makes Rudolph go get him back.
I remember.
The movie sounds ridiculous. Yeah, this movie sounds like a weird like LSD fever dream.
At the beginning of the movie, it says that it takes place like a couple hours after the end of the original Rudolph.
What?
It takes place like it's in direct like right after Rudolph.
So it's basically like the Back to the Future 2 of Christmas specials where it's like,
yes.
Rudolph, we gotta go save your children. We gotta go save Baby New Year.
Yes. Yeah. I remember.
Wow, Santa, this is heavy.
I remember. The character, Rudolph's friend, Big Ben, is a giant whale with a clock on him.
We saw the whale in Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. I was wondering about that, because I thought it was Bubby from Flapjack.
Yeah, no.
That's how I found out that Heather has never seen Flapjack.
He's from Rudolph's Shiny New Year, as far as I remember.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it is.
So is the clock named after the whale, or is the whale named after the clock?
I don't know. I also remember, like, the Rudolph song is in it, like, near the end. Rudolph's, like, wants to tell Baby New Year who he is, but he's too modest to do it himself, so nature starts singing the Rudolph song.
Oh my god, this sounds like it's either going to be amazing or horrible or both.
And Ben Franklin is in it. I remember that.
I remember
Franklin?
Ben Franklin is in it.
What?
Because they go to
the man or the store.
So they go to
do they go to Ben Franklin's to get some craft supplies?
They go to a bunch of different holiday.
Yeah, it's a craft store. Yeah.
They go to different holiday places.
Art
I think,
supplies,
and one of them is the 4th of July day, and
is it Nightmare Before Christmas, where it's
kinda and a bunch of presidents are there. I remember there's this random night guy, and
wait a minute. What holiday is Benjamin Franklin there for?
4th of July.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about President's Day. Because I'm like, he was never a president. 4th of July.
And then
wow, yeah, okay.
Actually, it might not have been just holiday things, because I remember the 3 bears from Goldilocks in there as well. They are in the movie, and Baby
Holy
Bear.
Shit. Excuse my language. I can't wait to. I'm gonna try to keep it clean, folks, since my children are here, at least in the PG-13 realm. But holy crap, this sounds crazy.
Oh, it is.
I can't wait to see
it is. This.
I really hope it redeems some of the other crap we've been watching
really
this
weird
Christmas.
movie.
Jacob, do you have anything to add to the proceedings?
No, I don't. This movie sounds like it's going to be terrible.
I remember liking it. I remember it being great.
I don't think I've seen the entire movie.
I remember it not being that bad.
And to be fair, I haven't seen the original Rudolph either.
What do you mean? Ever?
Or, not the entirety of it.
That's a lie.
Years. In recent years.
Oh, in recent years. Okay.
I remember nothing from it. So,
you remember nothing from Rudolph?
Yeah, I remember nothing from it.
Does that mean you don't remember that Yukon Cornelius has a gun?
Who?
I do.
Yukon Cornelius?
Who is that?
Oh my god, you need to watch
the guy with the beard.
The name sounds familiar.
Dude, it's the guy with the gun. No. Me and Heather was noticing this year, as we explained in an earlier podcast, we didn't do Rudolph and Frosty, the regular ones, because we've seen them so many times it would be impossible to really objectively look at it with a fresh set of eyes.
Right.
However, Heather noticed this year watching Rudolph, she's like, wait, Yukon Cornelius has a revolver. Why does he never use this against the Bumble? He never, the Bumble's there, and I would assume that's what the gun is for.
Probably.
Little things like that, and then, I still don't understand why the Charlie in the Box just doesn't tell anyone his name.
What do you mean?
So, he's like, nobody wants a Charlie in the Box, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, physically, he resembles just a Jack in the Box, right? Just don't tell anyone your name. In fact, I would propose that it's much creepier if he pops out of the box and starts talking whatsoever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you assume if you get that on Christmas Day that it's probably just a Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like, oh, he looks more like a Charlie. I don't want this. So yeah, just don't say it.
Yeah.
There's so many of those Island of Misfit... the squirt gun that shoots jelly. Why don't you just empty it and put water in it? I don't understand that at all. Or the train with square wheels. Cut the points off. It's wood, right? Make it into circle. I don't understand. None of those toys need to be there. I read a thing recently on BuzzFeed of all places where they were like, does the bird who can only go in the water know that he's not the only bird that is like that? Does he not know about penguins? So none of those Misfit toys really need to be there.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on King Moonracer, because he's clearly the... Oh, dude, the Island of Misfit Toys, you don't remember that?
No, I don't.
It's led by, this, not griffin. What is it called when it's a... Manticore?
Manticore.
Yeah, like a manticore thing. It's basically a winged lion named King Moonracer, who's not a toy. He's clearly this all-powerful mythical being, and he resides over the Misfit Toys.
I have to watch this again. This sounds...
For no reason.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I don't know. But, anyways, we're not here to talk about Rudolph today. We're here to talk about Rudolph's shiny bunghole.
Yeah.
So... Sorry, New Year. So... Don't die. So, without any further ado, we are off to watch Rudolph's Shiny New Year. And why is it Shiny New Year?
I don't know.
Okay. Could just be Rudolph's New Year?
Yeah, it could.
Because I've never heard that term. I've never heard anybody be like, oh, bye, Jacob, I'll see you later. Have a Shiny New Year. Michael, long time no see. Happy holidays and a Shiny New Year to you. No one says that.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. All right, so we will go watch Rudolph's Shiny New Year, and we'll be back in a bit to tell you what we think. Say bye, boys.
Bye.
You know Rudolph, who guided and pulled Santa's sleigh, and who saved Christmas by lighting the way. But there's more to tell. Rudolph saved the new year as well. And it all began on that very same foggy night. Santa received a strange message.
What's this? Why, it's from Father Time, my old friend. Dear Santa, I am in terrible trouble. You must help me. The old year ends in a week, but this time there may not be another year to follow. Happy, the baby New Year is missing.
And we're back. So, boys, what did you think of Rudolph's shiny New Year?
That was way worse than I remembered it being.
Yes, Jacob, I believe you were correct in your, I don't know what the word is.
It was Alex Kidd.
Yeah, it definitely, Baby New Year definitely looked like Alex Kidd.
Yeah.
Or Happy, as I guess his name is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
Mainly because the whole movie could have been avoided if Rudolph didn't forget that he could fly.
Until the very end of the movie.
So, basically, this movie takes place right after Christmas, and Rudolph and Santa just got done flying around the world, and Rudolph, what, gets a letter from Father Time?
Yeah.
Or something?
Santa gets a letter
Gets a letter from Father Time. Can't be bothered to help him out on his own. Instead sends Rudolph. Mm-hmm. Instead of going with him. Rudolph goes there and basically... Oh, sorry. Rudolph starts the journey there, again, on foot, even though he just flew around the world. So, okay, maybe he's a little tired, whatever. But I would think walking would be even more tiresome. But, okay. We cut to Father Time, who introduced himself, and then we cut back, and all of a sudden Rudolph is walking with a companion that apparently he's been walking with the whole time, even though we don't see when he met him.
Yeah.
Like, this TikTok guy.
Yeah.
Basically, it's TikTok of Oz. I'm just going to call him TikTok of Oz. And he's... Because he's like TikTok from Return to Oz. And he's just walking with him, and he's like, oh, we're almost there, Mr. TikTok. And then he's like, we're just going to go across the desert. And again, I'm just like...
Rudolph can't fly over, apparently.
Why don't you just fly?
And then they meet the Great Quarter Past Five.
Oh my god. The Great Quarter Past Five is a camel with a clock on his back. And Rudolph's like, can I just call you Quart for short? And he's like, no, I'd rather you didn't.
And then 2 minutes later, Rudolph calls him 5:15. Then he's like, oh, Rudolph, you can just call me Quart.
What is going on in this movie? Luckily, there was a camel there to take him across the desert, though, since, he forgot that he could fly.
And then it introduced the villain, the giant vulture that wanted to be immortal.
Eon.
Otherwise, he would die at the end of the year.
Yeah, because it was was the end of his eon.
Which is apparently immeasurably long.
Rudolph asks 5:15, or Quart, how long is an eon? And he's like, oh, it's immeasurably long. And his is almost over. What? It's immeasurable. What? So then, of course, they're basically like, oh yeah, so he's gonna take the baby so that, because if his eon ends, he's gonna turn into ice and snow. He's basically gonna melt like Frosty. Yeah. So, was Eon a snowman at one point?
I maybe?
I don't know.
Well, we know in this universe that snowmen can be animate, okay?
Right.
And that they're, the only way to kill them or whatever is, they melt. Yeah, so, if the same thing happens to him at the end of his eon, like, I don't understand that. I mean, I guess it's better than turning into a tree, maybe, like Winterbolt.
Who?
Winterbolt in Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July.
I haven't seen that in years.
When he dies because someone throws a gun at him.
Wait, what?
Yes. Someone throws a gun. The cowboy lady that runs the circus, okay, throws a gun at him, even though she doesn't have any bullets, as her daughter points out, but the gun is made of iron. It shatters his staff. And then he's like, oh no, now I'm going to turn into a tree. And he turns into a frightening tree.
Oh my god.
You gotta watch that movie. It's terrible.
Was it better than this?
No. I honestly enjoyed this more. But this movie had so many holes in it. And I know it's a kid's movie and you're not supposed to, like, nitpick. But when you literally have the end of Rudolph, which takes place right before this, where he's flying, then there's so many things in this where it's like the baby's falling in the air. Oh no! I hope someone can catch him since, I can't just fly up there and grab him. Or him falling off the mountain and, getting covered in snow when he could just fly. Or when the vulture wants to hurt him. And, okay, so the vulture is going to attack him. And the whale that he meets, Big Ben, okay, that he's riding on the back of a whale across the ocean. Because, again, can't fly. So, we'll ride it. It's basically...
First he takes a boat, and then he gets on the whale.
He takes a boat to the whale. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So, there's boat riding, camel riding, whale riding, everything to avoid flying, apparently. So, but anyways, so when the vulture's attacking him, instead of having him fly away from the vulture, which would make sense, instead, the whale has to rise up out of the water and threaten the vulture.
I don't know, he doesn't threaten him. He says, "You bad vulture."
You're a bad vulture.
Yeah, something like that.
So what's great about that, though, is, and then the vulture, runs away. But what's great about that is the whale, the creature that can't leave the water, is the one that's going to defend Rudolph from, the vulture that can fly anywhere and could easily avoid the whale since it can't leave the water.
On the whale's head.
And Rudolph can fly! What? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Well. And then they have to go to... So apparently, every single year that's ever existed still exists in this archipelago of forgotten years or whatever.
Yeah.
And the father time of each year exists there. Mm-hmm. And apparently in 1092 or something like that, the year 1092 or something, is the year that every single fairy tale actually happened. This is actually said in the movie.
That's what he means, the three bears from Goldilocks.
Because, so, apparently, alright, so, the baby... okay. So going back to the beginning. They're looking for Baby New Year because he ran away because people keep laughing at him because he has giant ears. So he's been running to all the different Alex Kidd ears. He's just been running to all the different old times. So in 1 million BC, there's a caveman, old man time, whatever, and then there's in 1792. There's
Benjamin Franklin.
There's a Benjamin Franklin, even though it's technically still father year time or whatever. Which that's the other thing. In 1792, it's always the 4th of July. Mm. So these aren't years; these are days, or they just picked the one thing from the year that was the biggest event, and then I don't know. They played very fast and loose. With the rules. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's that. At least that's a real thing that happened in that time. And then all of a sudden it's and then in 1092, that's when all the fairy tales happened. What? Humpty Dumpty, Cinderella, all of it really happened.
You mean Pirate Dumpty?
Yeah, Pirate Dumpty. Arr, I saw him come through here, matey. He made me laugh so hard I fell down and almost died. Great. Well, good, because you shouldn't be laughing at a baby anyways. And then, there's the 3 bears, and that baby bear was really weird.
Yeah.
And... yeah, he goes to the 3 bears' house and basically does what Goldilocks does, and then they want to hang out with him and everything. The baby bear wants him to be his friend, but, again, he sees his ears and he laughs at him, and this poor kid can't catch a break. And that's basically the whole thing of the movie is every time someone sees the baby's giant ears, they laugh at him, and so he cries and runs away. And Rudolph basically tells him it's okay when people laugh at you because you're bringing them joy. I don't quite understand it. So he's basically saying that bullies enjoy laughing at you, and you should feel good about that. Because you're making them happy. Right? Am I wrong? Is that not what he says?
That is exactly what he says.
What? That is almost as bad as the message of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which, as we all know, was, if you're different, you're a piece of shit, unless you can do something for me, in which case, now I accept you. Does Santa realize he's a jerk and have a change of heart? No. It's literally your nose can get me through the fog? Oh, alright, you're alright now. Not gonna be sorry for being an asshole to you earlier, and no one else is either. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But so this message is almost as bad.
And then
It's okay when people make fun of you because it's making them happy.
And then the way they beat the vulture is by taking off New Year's hat and then making the vulture laugh until he's good now because he laughed.
Well, it's not even so much that he's good now. They're like, oh, now he can't die because you can't turn to ice and you can't turn to ice and water if you have all that laughter warming you up. So, okay, does he have to laugh perpetually forever now? Like, if he stops, is it like the bus in Speed? Like, if he stops laughing?
Is it like Spoink?
Is it like
Pokemon?
Spoink? What is that?
Oh, if
The Pokemon where if it
the
stops bouncing then
spring
it
pig
dies.
thing.
Oh, alright.
Because
Like
it's
Charmander, like a
bouncing,
potato.
like-
Yeah, like...
Or more like Spoink, yeah.
Yeah,
So
where
is
like
it-
it's bouncing controls its heart rate, and like if it starts bouncing, then it just dies.
If it stops
Pokemon
bouncing,
is some
its heart
dark
stops.
stuff.
yeah.
Okay, so exactly. Does he have to just keep laughing or else he'll die? He'll turn into water and slush or whatever? I don't understand.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't understand. So, yeah, and I don't even quite understand the whole like why. Wouldn't it make more sense if the year, as personified by the Father Time or whatever, grows old until it dies and then is reborn as a baby instead of so if this baby already exists and he's just waiting to take Father Time's place. When did the baby get born? Where is it? What, I don't
was the
understand.
mother?
Like, who was the mother? Like Mother Nature? I don't understand. Like which easily could have been a character if Time is a character.
Yeah.
And of course now we know Father Time doesn't die because he takes his year and he goes to
and then
live
lives
in the
forever.
ocean. Yeah. And that was a whole other thing too. I love that Rudolph says to now and again. Remember, this takes place maybe a couple hours at the most after the events of the first Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He says to Baby New Year, he's like, "Oh, you don't know who I am." Because what news is supposed to travel fast?
No. At that point, it had been like a week because the movie takes place like along
That's
the course
right. I'm
of a week.
sorry. Right, and I guess he should have assumed that news
Still,
of his deed should have traveled to those like islands, and the baby should have heard about it. So he's conceited enough to pull that "don't you know who I am" shit, but then he refuses to tell him because then the narrator's like, Rudolph was too modest.
And
so
then as I had remembered correctly, nature itself,
the trees
sings
and the leaves
Rudolph
start
song.
singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to let
While
the baby know who he
it
is.
shows like a weirdly animated version of like a recap.
Now, here's my problem with that. They spent money to animate, in 2D animation, mind you, not stop motion. They spent money to animate, basically the story of Rudolph to go along with the singing of the song. When they already could have used clips from the Rudolph special they already have. Yes, Jacob, I'm sorry. What?
Nothing, it's just as we were watching it, I was reading about it, and apparently there was also an animated special from, like, 1948, and I wasn't sure if they were using clips from that or if they actually did reanimate it.
No, I'll tell you how I know that was animated by them.
Alright.
Because Rankin and Bass, the company, did do some 2D animation, as we know from Frosty.
Right.
And Santa in that looked pretty much like the 2D version of him from, like, Rudolph. But they also did a 2D animated thing called The Night Before Christmas, where with mice. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
And well,
I'm just
Heather
kidding. I haven't
actually
watched
likes
the
it,
whole
but
thing.
Santa in that looks exactly like this Santa, with like the
Okay.
eyes that are like
Okay.
squinty, and so that's how
Yeah.
I knew it's definitely reanimated or newly animated. Whatever. My point is, why did they not just use clips?
Yeah, that's. I was thinking that, like, too, like.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. You already own it. Like, you literally just spent money you didn't need to spend.
And they actually...
And it takes you out of the special, because, again, it's 2D where the rest of it is stop motion. Or animagic, as apparently they coined the term, because I did a tiny bit of research. Yeah, animagic is just as dumb of a name as it sounds.
And they actually they don't even do like exact scenes from the movie. Like it shows Rudolph's father like rubbing some dirt on Rudolph's nose instead of putting the fake nose on, and it shows like it comes
That's what
off
he
like
does.
no he like takes like a thing and like he actually puts like a thing over
It's
his
made
nose.
of dirt, though.
Okay, yeah, but in this one he just like scrapes his nose and like dirt comes on. And
But
then,
that's
like,
enough of a... But
okay,
that
whatever,
is enough
whatever.
of what
Yes,
happened.
Yes, fair enough.
It's not different enough that's why I'm saying they could have just used... It's not like they introduced... Okay, so... With Frosty and Rudolph in July, okay, Rudolph, the whole thing gets retconned where, like, there's no Yukon Cornelius and there's no Hermie and blah, 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 and it's now the Santa from Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yeah.
So I understand them not, like, reusing things for that. But with this, the little part in that montage is stuff that actually happened, like you said, with the nose thing. So they could have just used clips.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. And also, I didn't feel like looking it up, and I know you said you don't remember, but I'm fairly certain that they do that Lion King-esque montage or time jump, I should say, it's not so much a montage, in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, where when he's traveling on his own, he grows up, where he gets the longer horns and whatnot.
Yeah.
They've regressed his age, apparently, because now he's back to having the tiny little antlers again. I don't know if it's to make him cuter or what. But, I don't know, this whole thing just was... It didn't make any sense, because it could have been done so... Oh, so, at the end, after he has Baby New Year and everything, and the Vulture is not defeated so much, as he is, like you said, turned good, I guess. After all the conflict is resolved... now the Baby New Year has to get back before midnight on the New Year, or... Now, here's where I'm confused. Because I thought it was that time wouldn't move forward if he wasn't there, but I didn't think it meant time would freeze forever. My understanding was whenever he got back there, time would resume.
No, it was... Because if he wasn't there by the time the New Year started, then the New Year would never start.
Ever?
Yeah.
Even if he came after?
Like ever. No.
Okay, got you. All right, so if that was explained, my mistake.
Or
right.
it might not have been like very clear.
No, that's right. No, that's fine. All right,
brother.
so I accept that. That's fine. But so the hour chimes, like, I don't know why there's a chime that the whole universe can hear apparently for the New Year, but the hour chimes and they have to get there before the 12th dong. Or, no,
bong.
sorry, 12th bong.
12th bong.
Dong, bong, they both sound bad. And who do they know that can get him there fast enough? Santa Claus shows up! And who leads Santa's sleigh?
Rudolph!
Through the air? Rudolph!
Rudolph flies the sleigh!
Not only that, but what else was I saying to both of you before? Not just that he could fly, but that shouldn't he be able to fly...
Around the world.
If he can fly around the world in one night, he should be super fast, right?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. And yet he takes all these travel methods, like walking and stuff, that are vastly slower than how fast he can fly. So what does Santa say? He's like, oh, I can get him there because if I can travel around the whole world in one night, then I can easily get there.
But before the 12th, like...
Asshole! Why did you not just take him there to begin with, then? Excuse my language. Why did you just not... why didn't you just take it? Oh, my friend Father Time just sent a message. Hop on. You know, we'll go there together. You know, because maybe he can't fly that fast, I'll say. I mean, he definitely can fly without Santa, but what if he can't fly that fast without Santa? Okay, he goes with them then. That would have made perfect sense because, as you stated earlier, this takes place after Christmas, so Santa ain't got shit to do. Alright? He's just sitting around, I don't know.
Just like relaxing.
Just twiddling his thumbs and relaxing, right. Which he could easily, if they just did it real fast, then I don't know.
Like, you can't even argue that, like, it's, like, been, like, the biggest night of the year for him. He needs to rest up and everything. Because it would literally have taken him, like, 2 more seconds, and then he has the entire rest of the year to relax.
Oh, not only that. But they're trying to find Baby New Year, right? Who does Rudolph, and Father Time for that matter, know that has the capabilities of watching every single child in existence at one time? Oh, could it be Santa Claus? It's literally like Santa sends Rudolph on this mission, then he's like, yeah, oh shit, I should have gone with him, whatever, he'll be fine. And then at the last minute, he's like, nah, maybe I should go check up on him. Unreal. Like that... I'm sorry, but it's like, if your whole thing... If your whole plot hinges on you ignoring things, not just ignore, but blatantly, outrightly just ignoring things that is already part of your lore...
No, not just part of the lore, part of the lore of Santa that has been established for hundreds of years.
Then how about we just write a new plot?
Yeah.
Like, was there some mandate that they're like, oh man, what's the only market we haven't cornered? New Year? No, you could have done Rudolph's, like, Valentine's Day, Rudolph's Happy-Go-Lucky Easter,
or just a completely new movie.
Or just a completely new movie.
No Rudolph needed.
Yeah, like Christmas in July came out of nowhere about whatever.
Yep.
I just don't understand, like, it's gotta be Rudolph's Shiny New Year. And again, no idea why it's called Shiny New Year.
Yeah. There's...
No mention, no talk of that at all. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. This movie was just infuriating.
Yeah.
Definitely more entertaining than Christmas in July, but that's not saying much. I mean, it had, well, okay, so let's go around. All right, so you didn't remember it, Jake, right? So I can't ask you if you didn't remember the special before.
No.
All right, so I can't ask you if it held up, but just in general, in terms of, do you think that it matches, like, is it an entertaining Christmas special now? Would you recommend it?
Like, do you think it, like, deserves to be, like, a classic? Like,
yeah, would you watch
Rudolph
it?
or Frosty?
No, I wouldn't.
No? So if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't just, like, next year, you're not just going to sit there and be like, oh, Rudolph Shiny New Year's on? Badass.
No, I would not do that.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
No, it's a no for you also?
It's like a thing where, like, if it were to be on TV, I would be like, it's something to watch, so why not? But, like, if
you're
there's
physically incapable of doing anything other than watching TV, like, if you're like,
something
I have
even
no books to read, no
slightly
video
better
games
on, then yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have on in the background while you look at your phone. See, I'm torn because this was fun, so, like, I could see getting a bunch of people and, like, hate watching it.
Yeah.
Or just watching it to do, like, an MST3K sort of, like, running commentary on how shitty it is. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I would sit down and just watch it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was definitely better than Christmas in July. Yeah. Because some of it was just ridiculous. Michael, I know you particularly don't like puns, which I question sometimes how you're my child. Because I love puns. So some of the time puns, I was like, alright, that's grown-worthy, but in a good way.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rest of it, I mean, yeah, the songs weren't that great, but it didn't try to, like, overreach like Christmas in July did by being feature-length and, like, having really, like, the songs weren't bad, they just weren't, like, the greatest. They weren't memorable. But at least there was only a couple of them. I like the fact that Frank Gorshin, the guy who played the Riddler in the 60s Batman series, was in it.
Who did he play?
He played the Knight.
Huh.
Which was weird. He just played a character that just yelled everything and, like, really, like silly interpretation of Old English. Like, comest with me! Which I was like, comest? I've never heard that. Would it be cometh?
Word. Yes, it would be.
Wouldst thou cometh with me? Instead he's like, comest with me! Like, what is comest?
I don't think that's an actual word.
No. Cometh isn't either, or, like, thou and all that crap, but at least, like, it's what you're used to hearing.
Right.
Well, that's, like, ye old. It turns out that apparently ye wasn't a thing. It's just like how the TH was written back then.
Font of,
But it definitely wasn't, I don't know, comest just doesn't do it for me. So, yeah, I guess I can't really, recommend it either.
Yeah.
As to whether it holds up, I mean, the only one that can actually answer it in that context would be Michael, because he's the only one who remembers it. So when was the last time you saw it?
I want to say like 2 or 3 years
Okay, so
ago,
did it hold up to how you remembered it?
I remembered it being a lot more entertaining than that. It was not
worse
that
than you remember it?
Yeah, no.
That seems to be the case. Sometimes we get pleasantly surprised, though. Sometimes we'll be watching something like Alf. I thought was going to be completely ridiculous and unwatchable now, and it ended up being quite good. So I mean, sometimes we do get lucky in the other direction.
There is one thing that I have to say in this movie's favor. I remember.
Let's see if there's anything from my notes.
I remember nothing about it. But I do remember that there is a terrible CGI Rudolph sequel about like the Misfit Toys or something.
Oh, that's right. Isn't there there's an Isle of Misfit Toys.
Yeah,
that
I remember that being horrendous. I'm pretty certain this movie is at least better than that. So that's one thing. That's one accomplishment.
Yeah, exactly. What else do I have? Santa is dressed like Mario at the beginning.
Oh,
he changed into some weird suit. It was like a blue shirt,
wearing, like,
red
overalls and a blue shirt.
Father Time carries around a really pointy, like, evil-looking scythe. Like, is he also the Grim Reaper?
I mean, I think
he's a pretty jolly-looking Grim Reaper. He's like, oh, time's up!
In, like, some obscure lore, I think they're supposed to be the same person, but, like, They definitely did not need to add that.
That was just weird that he was holding that.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I had is just I put Elf is just smiling as world burns. I think there was something where Santa was discussing the direness of like the letter, and there's an elf that just smiles and nods. Yeah, okay. And it reminded me of. No, you didn't see. It was really quick, but it reminded me of. Have you seen the meme with the dog with the cup of coffee?
Yeah.
And the world is burning.
Yes.
Literally burning behind him. He goes, "This is fine," or whatever.
Yeah.
This is okay.
Yeah.
That's what that elf reminded me of.
Yeah.
Where Santa's basically like, "Oh, if we don't find Baby New Year, time itself will be ruined." Okay,
Yeah,
I'm fine with this. All right, sure.
Cool.
Like, I don't care. Just gonna smile and nod. Either that or he just didn't grasp the gravity of it. He's like, yeah, okay, sure. All right. I would like some coffee, Santa.
Baby's gone missing. Time's gonna stop. All right.
He's like, so just to be clear, we still get, like, our elf pay, right? Well, yes, but you can't spend it anywhere, because time will stop. Right, but we'll still have it, right? Alright. Well, so anyways, I guess there's not much to recommend for this. Next week, I believe, if all goes according to plan, we'll be coming back with a non-holiday offering of I can't
That's
think.
my favorite movie.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You can do it. You can do it.
Harry and the Hendersons. We'll be coming back with Harry and the Hendersons. It'll be our second John Lithgow movie.
Who?
I'm sorry, not movie. Second John Lithgow, just offering in general, because we did Third Rock from the Sun.
What?
Show.
Third Rock from the Sun is a show with John Lithgow, and he's in this. He's an actor. He's in Harry and the Hendersons. He plays the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. He plays the father.
I really need to watch that again.
Some unknown stuntman, I guess? I don't know.
I'm sure that guy, that he's like, is his most...
An Oscar winner, Daniel Day-Lewis, as the Sasquatch.
I'm sure that's like the greatest like thing he's accomplished, like the thing he's most proud of. It, like, at least if I got to play Sasquatch in a movie, like that would be
We're gonna find
my favorite.
That would be like, you're like, I can die happy now. I
have played
It's like
Sasquatch.
2072, and you're like, gather around, grandchildren. Grandpappy's gonna tell you about the time you played Sasquatch. Again? Granddad, you've told us like 20 times. Yeah.
You made us watch that movie 100 times.
Oh my god, you always have to dig out the, what'd you call it, a CVR? Like, come on, man, it's not even on HoloCube. Don't you sass me. I won't tell you the story. Oh, is that a threat? Why, you little bastards.
Maybe I'll dress up as Sasquatch and sneak into your rooms at night.
Are you just gonna scare the crap out of him? Like,
yes.
Trying to scare him to death?
Well, yeah, if they're not gonna listen to your stories, then what else are you gonna do?
Kevin Peter Hall. Oh, that's not even the most memorable thing! That's the dude who played the Predator!
What?
Oh my god, what a...
Sasquatch?
Yeah, what a... Whoa, it's the same year. In the same year, he was the Predator and Sasquatch. Harry the Sasquatch.
I think I envy him more than any other person on the planet. Like...
Why, because he got to play the Predator and...
To be able to
Sasquatch.
play not only the Predator, like one of the greatest movie villains, but at the same time Sasquatch, one of the greatest things in existence.
Alright, you want to hear this guy's... Wait, is he dead or something? Oh shit, he is. Okay, sorry.
Why?
Died in 1991. Why? Because his heart stopped beating, I'm guessing?
And then why does that, like, why'd you, like, mention that?
Oh, because he hasn't done much. I was going to say, let's go through his short thing. Okay, in 1979, in The Prophecy, he was... I've never heard of The Prophecy, but he was Mutant Bear. Without Warning, he was The Alien. Whatever that is. Mazes and Monsters, he was Gorville. He was a bouncer in the wildlife, monster in the closet. He's credited as Monster. Predator, he's the Predator. Harry and the Hendersons, he's Harry. You know, aka Sasquatch. Big Top Pee-wee, he's Big John. Whatever, okay. Predator 2, he's the Predator. And then Harry and the Hendersons TV show, he's Harry.
There's a TV show.
Yeah, you never saw it?
No,
I've heard.
Yeah,
how bad is it?
Not great. It's got a 5.5 on IMDb, which actually the movie only has like a 5.8, so it's not. I don't know. So probably not Great. I don't know. I'm not going to go through all this, but I just thought...
Mediocre show.
Mediocre movie, mediocre TV show. Yeah, it makes sense. A little bit of column A,
Probably should have saved that for next week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, that's just a little hint. I'll probably cut most of this out anyways.
No, you must keep it in.
All right. Well, till next week. This has been What's the Hold Up? Say goodbye, boys.
Goodbye.
All right.
You should have said adios.
Adios, amigos.
You done?
Yeah.
When things go wrong and dark clouds fill your sky, let the dark clouds burst. Laugh and you'll find if you cry. It's raining sunshine. It's raining sunshine. And it's music to the ears. It's raining sunshine. It's raining sunshine. When you smile